Hi and welcome back to the Rideshare Buddy YouTube channel. My name's Kevin and today is a Sunday. It's 9:30 in the morning and I'm going to do a quick shift. Well, not a quick shift, it may be a long shift. I've got two airport ones on. The first one's a 10:15 pickup at Bargoed going down to Cardiff Airport, and then at 3 o'clock this afternoon I've got a pick up in Cardiff going to Bristol Airport. So what I may do is in between, after I've dropped off in Cardiff, is just do some bolt around Cardiff. But saying that, I may come back to Newport because it is Comic Con weekend, which means Newport is really busy. Whatever happens after I've dropped off at Bristol Airport and I come back to Newport this afternoon, hopefully we're looking at being back by about 5-ish. I'll do a bit of bolt on Comic Con with people going home from Comic Con. I certainly hope it's going to be a lot easier than yesterday. I did a Swansea to Bristol Airport. Fortunately, they had loads of time because their plane flight was delayed. It took 4 hours, well, actually just over 4 hours to get from Swansea to Bristol Airport. Normally you'd do that in 2 hours, but the traffic on the M4 was horrendous. Fortunately, coming back, I headed up to Chepstow, went up the M49, then went over the old bridge rather than the new bridge, and then came back down and picked up the M4 at Mega, and it wasn't too bad going in the opposite direction. But then I went to charge up at Tesla, and while I was charging at Tesla, I saw all of these furries walking around, and there's other sort of witches and witchcraft and stuff like that. I thought, Comic Con. So after I charged up, I did an hour and a half, and I did 2 jobs on bolt from Comic Con, and they were quite well paying as well. So the first job was 2.2 miles from Comic Con at the ICC to Carleon. That paid £9.24, so not too bad. And then as I was coming back, as I got back into the 1.9 mile range, I picked up another job from Comic Con going to Clifton, hotel at Clifton in Bristol. That was 22 miles, and it paid £29.80, so about £1.14, £1.15 a mile, which is about 10 pence a mile more than what Uber pays. So wasn't great, but wasn't too bad. The other thing now to remember with Bolt is Bolt now pays holiday pay, so those prices excluded holiday pay, and next week we'll get our holiday pay top up, which is the way Uber used to do it before they sort of stuck it all in one payment. And, you know, that £1, 5 pence a mile that Uber pays, that includes holiday pay. So you're really looking at just over £1 a mile now from Uber, which is not great. Which is why I don't do Uber anymore, and I'll just stick with the Bolt now. So once I've done this one down to Cardiff Airport, I'll have to have a think about whether I'll stay in Cardiff and do Bolt, or whether to come back to Newport and do Bolt, because I know there's trade here in Newport to do this afternoon. Oh yeah, the other thing I should say about the Bolt work was when I dropped off in Bristol, up at Clifton, I was getting pinged like crazy with work with Bolt. Their central Bristol was in surge and they were paying 1.5 times. I didn't do any work from Clifton because I wanted to get back home to Newport. But I should imagine if I was a permanent Bolt driver, I would probably take that drive out to Clifton, and I would probably work around Bristol until I got something to bring me back. So that's quite useful, and I'll think about that when I drop off at Bristol Airport, about switching on the Bolt and see if I can find something to bring me back home, which you can't do with Uber. If there had been an Uber job out to Bristol, you'd have run back empty. You wouldn't be able to work out there, you'd have to run back empty. So I'd say that if you take what was it, about £1.16, then add on holiday pay, that I'm going to get, I'll say 8 pence a mile, you're probably looking at about £1.24 a mile, well, £1.22 a mile from Bolt on long distance work, including holiday pay. Compare that with £1.05 a mile with Uber on long distance work, which includes holiday pay. You know, there's a big difference. That, you know, over 50 miles, that's 16 pence a mile difference, equates to £8-9, and that can really make a difference between earning minimum wage and not earning minimum wage. So yeah, Bolts are definitely much better to do, even though it's not hitting my £1.30 minimum for long distance. It's not too far off, and if I can work in Bristol to bring me back, then there's a good chance of doing a fairly decent one out there and one back. I should say that £9.24 job for 2.2 miles from Comic Con to Carleon was a comfort trip. So not a standard trip, a comfort trip, which is probably what I'm paying over £4 a mile. But it was very well appreciated by me as well. Not sure what comforts are out to Bristol. That was just a normal Bolt, but paid fair enough. Still, let's get started. Let's get off to our number one job, which is from Bargoed down to Cardiff Airport. I'll stick everything upstairs, up above, as we progress through the day.
We'll start with
Well, that's it for the day. Not too bad a day. I started at 9:30. It's now 8:15. I'll be home by 8:30. So that's a 9-hour day. Had half an hour break at Tesla Cardiff where I did the charge and had some lunch. So not too bad. What was it? I did about 130 odd on airports and almost £50 on Bolt. I did come into Newport. I did a Bolt one around in between down in Cardiff, and then when I came back from that second trip out to Bristol Airport, I switched on Bolt, and I got a Bolt from the International Convention Centre into Cardiff. So that was a couple of wookies I had in the car coming back to Cardiff. It's by the time I get back to Newport, it's pretty much going to be over. There might be a few stragglers, but I've got to be up early tomorrow. I've got a 9 o'clock pick-up in Paris to do to come back to Bristol Airport. So I'll be up about 7 o'clock, so I'll have an early one. I'm only doing the one job tomorrow. I'll be finished by 12, and then we've got a few days off because the weather's supposed to be nice again. So tomorrow afternoon I'm going to do spatter fishing, and on Tuesday and Wednesday got a few things to do, to go out for a day and stuff like that. So probably next time I'll be working will be either Thursday or possibly even Friday. Well, that's it for today. Quick ride along on a Sunday, looking at a couple of airports and a bit of Bolt, just to fill things out. So thanks for watching. Until next time, happy driving and make that profit.